day out here in San Diego. Well, whether you're getting into a marriage or out of a marriage, it's important to know exactly what you're agreeing to before you really make any moves. So Lori Clark Viviano joins us here again this morning, our expert on the topic here of, well, marriage and the dissolution of marriage. Prenups and divorces, they get reduced to writing.
You needed a little pick-me-up today, don't you feel it? It's like, it's just perfect person to see on a Friday.
This is the person right here.
Exactly.
And again, this is somebody that you want to talk to when you're going through a situation like this, because Lori's goal here is not to get everybody fighting. It's to try to calm things down a little bit.
But on the same token, I want everybody to get what they're entitled to. I mean, I think what happens is, you know, everybody wants to save a dollar, and I try to. It's easier with female clients because I would say to them, you know, you'd pay good money for a good pair of shoes because you know they're going to last longer, they're a good investment, all this. It's the same thing with going through a divorce, you know, and what I'm seeing a lot of is, you know, men are being given stock options, let's say, or grants or all kinds of investment type opportunities, and then they'll say, oh, well, honey, you know, it's only like, let's talk about GoDaddy. Oh, it's only 50 cents, it's a penny stock, let me just give you $5,000. And I'm like, don't be so quick to do that. You know, go to an expert, you know, make sure. And the other thing too is, I look at my client's age. If you're our age, Mark, sorry to pick on you and I,
okay.
But, you know, you want to have more long-term investments. You know, maybe this stock isn't going to go anywhere, but if you've, you know, had a husband that's been a very good investor, kind of ride his coattails. If he wants to keep it, there's probably a good reason.
A reason why he wants to keep it.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Or like if you happen to know your husband, you know, like some of these famous people, you know your husband's being thought of to be in a movie. You know, those rights would be an asset if it was during marriage.
Right. Okay, well, we were talking about Michael Douglas in that movie situation, for example. There was Wall Street, and then there was Wall Street 2, which came along after the marriage, but it was an outgrowth of something that happened during the marriage, and he made a bunch of money to do that. So was his first wife, was she entitled to some of those profits?
And see, here's the thing. You know, you want to do your homework. I mean, don't be so quick to, I don't want to say be cheap, but I can't think of a better word. You know, make sure you know what you're doing. I mean, I just looked at a tax return yesterday and I said, oh, where's this $25,000 coming from? And the wife says, oh, he has his own little business on the side. Yeah, his business on the side had gross receipts of $600,000,
Good grief.
But only had net of 25. Trust me, that's going to a forensic accountant.
Right.
Because I'm not buying it.
Well, I'm sure there was all kinds of things like cars and offices and all kinds of things were coming out of the, above the line, so that the below the line looked very tiny. Yeah.
Right. So, you know, spend the money to know what you're doing. And the thing about it is, and then on the flip side, don't be wasting your time. I mean, if, and I'll just keep using you. You know, if you have a retirement plan and you've been married for forever, you're going to give her half or give him half. Do it. There's nothing to discuss. You know, I always ask all the important questions. Hey, did you have this before marriage? You know, is there any separate property? But the bottom line is, people don't fight over things that you're going to lose. Just don't do it. But definitely fight over things that are important. Assets, not a chair, a table, a vase.
Well, isn't it funny how sometimes, I mean, those are the stories that make the news.
Oh, yes.
Are the things that people are fighting over that the rest of us scratch our heads and go, what?
Oh, yeah, that's my favorite line. Really? You think your next boyfriend or girlfriend wants that? Get rid of it.
Right.
Right? Give it to her. Make it a goodwill gesture.
I'm looking at here. You sent a list of like the 10 worst divorces here. I mean, pick one. Paul McCartney and Heather Mills.
Yeah, what were they married? 3 years and she got $49 million?
$49 million bucks.
Hello, everybody out there. If you're rich, have a prenup.
Right.
You know, the thing about it is if he had a prenup, she wouldn't have gotten $49 million.
I mean, he had all that fortune, the Beatles money, ahead of time, going in.
No, but then what happens is, let's just take him as an example. He puts out a record during marriage, and it makes $50 million. I don't care if she was married 9 months. She's going to get a percentage of that. I am the biggest proponent of prenups. It totally weeds out gold diggers. I mean, there's no other way to say it.
And you've been very candid about the fact that in your marriage,
I have a prenup.
You have one, and I've met your husband, and
nice guy.
He's a nice guy. He's fine with it. You're fine with it, and as long as you're happily married, it's just one of those pieces of paper that sits in a drawer and nobody worries about.
Exactly. But let's take it a step further. You can modify prenups. Let's say you're married 10, 15 years. You can change the terms of it, but I think it makes everybody feel more safe going in knowing, you know, if she divorces me in 6 months, 9 months, she's not going to get anything, or he's not going to get anything. I just feel it makes you on a more good playing field.
Okay.
And plus, I'm a really good sleuth. You know, I was just talking to somebody else, and I said, look in his scent box. You know, because what people do to hide things is they'll delete their trash, they'll delete their incoming, but they forget about their scent. And there was all these little nuggets. Yeah, little nuggets.
Okay, well, good to know. Again, folks, though, even though this stuff is really uncomfortable to talk about, when you talk to Lori Clark Viviano, I want you to know she does not try to pit people against one another.
And you even like me.
Yeah, you know, I like you. Exactly, I like you. You don't try to pit people against one another, and if you can possibly find a resolution to things, you will.
I do it all the time. I've done some very high-end divorces where they never saw the inside of a courtroom. They didn't even have 2 lawyers. They just had someone review it because you can find people to do that. It just kind of ruins your day.
Okay. Well, very good. Lori's got a couple of offices to serve you here. How many now?
2.
Just 2?
Yeah, well, we'll learn. maybe in time it'll be 3.
Okay. So anyway, give Lori a call, and certainly, if you have any questions at all, get those questions answered sooner rather than later.
Sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
You know, you take a cash advance on your retirement account and pay 30% taxes. You know, just one question to me would have saved you thousands of dollars.
All right, so give Lori a call. Okay.